Kia ora koutou. Today's recap is for day 70 of my trading journey and day 5 of my 2-week challenge. I only took one trade today, no FOMO, no forcing anything. HSDT was the cleanest setup I saw, and I got in on a micro pullback and out as it pushed to a new high. I'm still hesitating a bit on entries, but overall happy with how I traded this one. So let's have a look. Bring out the charts. So HSDT sort of popped around 7. The leading gainers on the day were pulling back at this time, and there was nothing really that interests me before 7 o'clock. So HSDT was really the first stock that I saw that that popped up, and I saw it as it was pushing from here. Sort of from 128, 130, and I missed the entry along this point here. It sort of popped up here and then pulled back, and I wasn't quite sold on it at this point. And then it broke up to 160 and was holding around the $0.50, around 150. That was probably my best opportunity for a good entry there, well, a better entry early on. I didn't take that entry, even though it was coming down to around the 9 EMA, and I could have bought off that and the $0.50 support at the $0.50 there as well. Would have been a good entry in there, but I hesitated on that, and then it pushed up. I missed that micro pullback there on the new candle at about 170. And eventually it came up here, it pulled back and held along 190. So I jumped in here on this candle at 190. The volume was pretty good in these candles here, and I was looking for it to break through that high there around 204, 205, I think it was. Was it 204, yeah. It struggled to break that initially up here. It sort of pushed up to 203, and then on the next candle it opened here, pushed up to 212, I think it actually pushed up to, and I took my exit at 209 when I saw there was a bit of resistance there. So decent trade. 19 cents a share with 68 shares, I think it was. Yep, 68 shares. So that was a profit of $12.92. So at least today, I managed to have a green trade first off. And I didn't take another trade here as it came down to the 9 EMA, sort of bounced off the 9 EMA from around, what was that, 174, so 175 I think. Oh no, that's 180, 182. 182 there. I didn't take that trade. I could have taken another trade on it, but I just felt it was kind of pulled back there, didn't break up to a new high here, and was sort of struggling to push over. So didn't take any more trades, and then it rolled over and broke down through VWAP, and I thought that was pretty much it. So I did take some paper trades though. I thought, well, if I can't trade in my live account, I'm not going to trade that. I'll just take some paper trades because it was still pretty early in the session, and I'd see what else sort of popped up. So I did actually take another trade on HSDT. Sorry, I'm just switching over to my paper trading account. So in my paper trading account, obviously I can afford larger share sizes and I took 1,000 shares here. So it sort of held around here at 158, 157 and pushed back up to VWAP, rejected off VWAP and pulled back. Because of the bottoming tails here and the shooting star sort of doji, I thought I'd buy in here. So I was in at 167, around this level here. So a little bit high on that candle. We're pretty much at the high of this candle here. I bought in, looking for it to break back up through VWAP. It did break up through VWAP and go to a high of, what was that, 185, 184, 184. So it did break up there. I didn't take the profit off there. I held. I was looking for, yeah. I was a bit late getting out, to be honest. I think I did look at getting out at 180, but I didn't get filled. And it went sideways for a bit, pushed up, and I took the exit here at 182. It did go higher than 182, it went up to 186, but I took my exit there on the bid and got filled at 182. So this is not a trade I'd usually take on the strategy I'm sort of trading at the moment. It's, really, I probably, with the strategy I'm taking at the moment, would have been in a bit higher, looking for that break here over a pivot point, or taking the break of VWAP or the retest of VWAP up here, looking for that push through to there. But I bought off the low this time. So that was my first paper trade. The other stock I traded was KZIA. This was a higher price stock. I couldn't really trade this live. It was a bit expensive for me. I could only afford like 16 shares. So in that account. So this popped up around 8 o'clock, and decent push from 550 up to 989, 990. Then it sort of, dumped down and made some quick pushes, but it was basically, selling off as far as it was going up, basically. But I thought I would get in around, actually it dipped down here and I bought in, but I got filled at 774. So around this level here on this candle. So around here. And I held that, it pushed up, broke through VWAP, and I took my exit at 834 up here on this candle here. So I got a decent fill, 834, near the top of that red doji candle. It pulled back and it looked like it was going to hold VWAP, so I jumped in here at 854, really too high. This was a bit of a high buy-in as I was in up here at this level, in here on this candle. And it sort of dipped down to VWAP, held VWAP, and then eventually did push. I missed the exit on this. I didn't get filled as it pushed up here and sort of dumped back down. I didn't sell on the bid on this. I think that's why. I sold on the ask and it didn't get filled. So it dipped back down and then it gradually grinded back up, and I was looking for it to come back to the previous high, 990. But it kind of wasn't giving me a lot of confidence that it was actually going to break that, so I took an early exit at 932 as it pushed up over $9 in this candle here. So I was out at 932. So it did push up to a high on that candle of 957 and then up to 980. So left a little bit on the table, but still 854 to 932, pretty good trade. So those are the two paper trades, well, three paper trades I took this morning just practicing. And I pretty much called it after that trade there and finished up around 8:30 market time. So I didn't even stay until the open. KZIA did push up to over $12. After that, it pulled back down below VWAP, broke up, and sort of went sideways a bit through this range here between 850 and 950. Eventually breaking 950 and the previous high of 990, and then pulled away up to 12, over $12, 12.24. Yeah, so decent push on that stock. Because I didn't stay up, I didn't see any other stocks moving, so that was pretty much it for me for the day. So HSDT, 68 shares, 19 cents per share, $12.92 profit for the day. So on the week, I'm up 24.23, so having a green week, 3 green days in a row, although after fees and commissions, which I'll put in at the end of the week, this will probably be a break-even day, Tuesday, and the other two will be slightly lower. But I'll still be green on the week, which is good. And, you know, the P&L curve is slowly grinding back up to getting out of this month's deficit. Accuracy still not looking too good at 38.46%, but my risk reward ratio for the month is a bit better at 1.21, much better than previous months. And if I can get my accuracy up above 50%, then I'll be in profitability. So if I can keep getting those first trades green, then that would be ideal. So after that trade on HSDT, I felt more confident. It was good to get a clean win on a decent setup, you know, and taking those few paper trades after just to keep practicing, you know, 1 more on HSDT and 2 on KZIA. All of those are green, but I'm staying focused on live trades that fit my strategy. So that's the whole point of this challenge: clean execution, no over trading, just 1 trade live today, and I'm okay with that. It's early days in this 2-week challenge, and I'm definitely still working through some hesitation on entries. You know, but today was a good step. If you're following along, drop a like or a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Hei a popo.